at the lights. We the ones don't like. What you look too light? Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from feeling all kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. What you look too light? Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a popo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Rams. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their number one receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll advance gets no further, so he can't bring it back for two, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position. So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them. Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few. Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 14. Now a 1st down throw. Goff eluding the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Super! DC!
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 38. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Stool up.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield. He reads defenses so well, doesn't he? He really does, and the best part about that play for him, and this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. Zerline good with a PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot!
Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside. And that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to power through. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He's going to get it running right. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check 50, check 50.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
20. Maverick. Starting left here.
Now Goff on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended target was Corey Coleman. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
DC. Hey, 5. Tiger. 5.
2nd and 10. Goff again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
17. Go, 12, go.
To throw is gone. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
2 up. Go. 20. Go, 12, go.
3rd and long. It's gone. Now he'll let it go deep, right? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Louis. Foul you want.
From the 50, it's gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Hey, 76.
On first and goal, Gurley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On second down, here's Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Gone! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On the handoff, it's Gurley, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
180! Orange. 12! Let's go, 12!
Gone. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
180! Maverick! Yes, sir!
On first down, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Goff. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field, and the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out right at the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Goff on first down. Throwing deep here for Coleman. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
76. Go.
From the red zone now, Goff. This will be caught at about the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Out of the gun. Gone. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The one running back is Gurley, and he'll get it up the middle. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Listen. You up. Hard ball. 42 the mic, 42 the mic. 11. Hard ball, 7.
Goff now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go again with Muhammad. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
Zero.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with a keeper. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better you be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Obama. Stay 5. Let's go, 12. Let's go. Harbaugh.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. That goes for a gain of 31. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done. And
he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
11. Right there. Baby. 5.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
12. Go.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Forced out to his left. He finds Coleman. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Hey, lift.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
12. Tiger.
Again, Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller...
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
He may try and run for this. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And that one results in 35 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And he'll bang that one through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Whoa. Tiger, tiger. Go. Hey, Shell. Shell. Stay at home, stay at home. Stay at home, stay at home.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Goff going to keep it himself. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Here we
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Gurley again here on 1st down. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
14.
Throwing now, Goff. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.